Before starting the next lesson, try these warm-up questions. Pause the video and solve these equations, and then check back in to see how you did. For the first one, the coefficient in front of the x is 3, so I divide both sides by 3. I end up with 2/3 being x. For the next one, I'm subtracting 7, so I want to move that to the other side. I have to add 7, so I add 7 to both sides. So I'm left with 5n on the left, and 3 plus 7 is 10 on the right. So I have 5n equals 10, divide both sides by 5, so that n is all by itself. 10 divided by 5 is 2, so n equals 2. For the last one, we have brackets, so we need to expand to eliminate the brackets. So 5 times p is 5p. 5 times 2 is 10. On the right, -3 times p is -3p. -3 times -4 is +12. So we have plus 12. Collect my like terms, and remember when you cross to the opposite side, you do the opposite operation. So -3p becomes +3p on the left. Plus 10 on the left becomes -10 on the right. Simplify. 5p plus 3p is 8p. 12 minus 10 is 2. So 8p equals 2. Divide both sides by 8 to get p by itself. 2 divided by 8, well, that's a fraction. We can put that in lowest terms. 2/8 is 1/4, so p is 1/4. So in this lesson, we're going to extend what we know about solving equations to include equations with fractions, everybody's favorite. And I've said this before, but it seems like a lot of people freak out as soon as they see a fraction because they're uncomfortable with fractions. But hopefully, by the time we get through this lesson, you'll feel more comfortable working with fractions and be able to solve equations that have fractions in them. Whenever I'm solving an equation, I follow these 5 steps. If there's fractions, eliminate them. I'll show you how to do that. Once you've done that, if there's brackets, eliminate the brackets. We've done that before. You do that by expanding. Once you have no brackets anymore, then you collect your like terms, simplify, and solve. So this is the general process that I'm going to follow every time I solve an equation going forward. So to eliminate fractions, this is what we're going to do. We're going to multiply each term by the denominator of the fraction. So it goes back to that opposite operation. I'll show you what I mean. Here's some examples. Here I have a fraction, a/4. It's equal to -12. Well, to get rid of the fraction, I'm going to multiply each term by the denominator of the fraction. Really what I'm doing is the opposite operation. So here I'm dividing by 4. So the opposite of that is multiplying by 4. So when I multiply both sides by 4, here I have multiply by 4, divide by 4. Those are opposites. They cancel each other out. So I'm left with just a on the left-hand side. -12 times +4 is -48. So a equals -48. Over here I have 2/5 x equals 6. Well, I've got a fraction again. So how do I eliminate the fraction? I multiply all the terms by the denominator, 5. So times 5 divided by 5, those cancel each other out. I'm left with 2x on the left. 6 times 5 is 30 on the right. So 2x equals 30. To get the x by itself, I have to divide both sides by 2. So I'm left with x on the left. 30 divided by 2 is 15 on the right. So x equals 15. Try this next one on your own. Pause the video and do it, then check back in with me. Things to watch out for are the negative signs. I start off by eliminating my fraction. Multiply each term by the denominator, 7. Those 7s cancel each other out. I'm left with negative 3y on the left. Negative 9 times 7 is negative 63 on the right. So negative 3y equals negative 63. I want y by itself, so I have to divide both sides by the coefficient in front of the y, which is minus 3. So divide both sides by minus 3. I end up with y on the left. Negative 63 divided by negative 3 is positive 21. So y equals 21. Here's some more that you can try. So you've got fractions. You have to get rid of the fractions first. So to eliminate fractions, multiply by the denominator. Remember to do that for both sides. And then, if you have brackets, you've got to expand to eliminate the brackets. Once you've done that, collect your like terms, simplify, and solve. So why don't you pause the video, try these on your own, and check back in to see how you did. For the first one, I've got my fraction 1 over 3, so I multiplied everything by 3. Did that to both sides. Those 3's cancel out. I'm left with a 1 times 8 plus x. On the right, I have 6 times 3, which is 18. I have brackets now, so I need to eliminate the brackets by expanding. Everything in the brackets is multiplied by the number in front, which is 1. So 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times x is x. So I have 8 plus x equals 18. To isolate x, to get it by itself, I need to get rid of this 8. So I need to do the opposite operation. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. Now I'm left with just an x on the left. 18 minus 8 is 10. So I have x equal 10. For this next one, I have to start by eliminating the fraction, so multiply both sides by the denominator, the 4. These 4's cancel each other out, so I'm left with 3 times y minus 5 on the left. 7 times 4 is 28 on the right. Now I have brackets, so I have to eliminate the brackets by expanding. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. So I have 3y minus 15 equals 28. Now I need to get rid of this minus 15. So I do the opposite, plus 15. I have to do that on both sides. So minus 15 plus 15, those cancel each other out. I'm left with 3y on the left. 28 plus 15 is 43, so I have 43 on the right. 3y equals 43. I want to isolate y, so I need to divide both sides by the coefficient in front, which is 3. So divide by 3 on both sides. These 3's cancel each other out. I'm left with just y on the left, and 43 divided by 3, I can leave it as an improper fraction, 43 thirds. It doesn't reduce to lower terms. You could also do this in your calculator, and you might get 14 and a third, or 14.333 repeated. It's all the same. So I hope you can see that I'm just following those steps that I outlined at the beginning. I'm eliminating my fraction, eliminating my brackets, collecting like terms, simplifying, and solving. I'm following those steps all the time. And we can use those same steps when we're solving more difficult equations like these ones. Here I have two different fractions with two different denominators. There's a few ways you can tackle these problems. One way is to figure out what a lowest common denominator would be and then multiply both sides by that and then simplify the fraction down. Some people find that more difficult, so I'm going to show you a way that you can solve these without having to find a lowest common denominator. And it's, in my mind anyway, fairly simple and straightforward. So if we look at this equation here, we have a fraction on the left, a fraction on the right. If I just looked at this fraction and ignored this one for now, how do I get rid of this fraction? How do I eliminate this fraction? Well, if I follow the steps that I was doing before, I would multiply by the denominator. So that's my first step. I'm going to multiply by 5 on both sides. So this 5 and this 5 are opposites. They cancel each other out. So I'm left with c minus 3 on the left, 5 times c plus 1 over 4 on the right. So I eliminated my first fraction. Now I still have this other fraction. So to eliminate this one, I need to multiply both sides by 4. So this 4 and this 4 are opposites. We have times 4 divided by 4, so they cancel out. I'm left with 4 times c minus 3 on the left, 5 times c plus 1 on the right. Now I have to eliminate my brackets by expanding. So 4 times c is 4c, 4 times minus 3 is minus 12. On the right, I have 5 times c is 5c, 5 times 1 is 5. So I have 4c minus 12 equals 5c plus 5. Now I need to collect my like terms, simplify, and solve. So c is equal to negative 17. On the next example, it's very similar. We have two fractions. One is over 3, one is over 5. Using the same process as I did over here, why don't you pause the video and try to solve this one? I start by multiplying both sides by 3 to get rid of this fraction. I have k plus 2 equals 3, k minus 4 over 5. Now I have to get rid of this fraction, so I multiply both sides by 5. I end up with 5 times k plus 2 on the left equals 3 times k minus 4 on the right. I expand each set of brackets to get rid of the brackets. I identify my like terms, and then I collect my like terms on the same side. I simplify, and then I notice that k has a coefficient in front, so I need to divide both sides by that coefficient, and I end up with k equals negative 11. Here's another example with fractions on both sides. So you can go ahead and try this one, pause the video, use the method that we did before, eliminate your fractions by multiplying by the denominator. Then, once you've got rid of all your fractions, eliminate your brackets by expanding, collect your like terms, simplify, and solve. So pause the video, try this one, and check back in to see how you do. I start by multiplying both sides by 3 so that I eliminate this fraction. So I end up with 1 times 2x minus 5 on the left, 3 times 3 over 4 times x minus 2 on the right. I still have a fraction, so multiply both sides by 4 to eliminate this fraction. So I end up with 4 times 1 is 4 times 2x minus 5 on the left. The 4 is gone, so I have 3 times 3 times x minus 2 on the right. Well, 3 times 3 is just 9. So I have 4 times 2x minus 5 equals 9 times x minus 2. I've got brackets. So how do I eliminate the brackets? I expand. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times minus 5 is minus 20. 9 times x is 9x. 9 times minus 2 is minus 18. Identified my like terms, collected them, simplified, and I've already solved because I have x isolated. So x equals minus 2. This last example is more of the same, so again, pause the video and try it, and then check back in to see how you did. So when I did this one, I did the same thing. I multiplied both sides by 5 first. Those got eliminated. So I had 2, 3x minus 8 on the left, and then 5 over 2, 2x minus 4 on the right. Still have a fraction, so I need to multiply both sides by 2 to eliminate that fraction. So 2 times 2 is 4, so I have 4 in front of the brackets on the left. I just have a 5 on the right side in front of the brackets. Expand the brackets to eliminate those. Identify my like terms, collect them, simplify, and then divide both sides by the coefficient in front of x to solve. So x equals 6. Solving equations takes a lot of practice. You need to practice this skill in order to get better. If you're not getting it right away, keep trying, reach out for help, and I'll do my best to help. But really, it comes down to practice, practice, practice until you get the hang of it. It's really the same thing all the time. Eliminate your fractions, eliminate your brackets, collect your like terms, simplify, and solve. Same process every time, so please practice.